Yo, what is up and welcome back to a stiff receipt. So, after I don't know, when did this start? When did they start the teasers?
Jesus, I don't even know. Technically, when Bray was still alive?
No, actually, I know when they started. They started the teasers with the documentary because the documentary was the first teaser.
Oh God, that's right. Yeah, no. The documentary. You're absolutely right there.
I don't remember when the documentary came out, but if you haven't watched that, it's the saddest fucking thing I've ever seen on the planet.
Yeah, it may be
Just
the saddest.
soul crushing. After I don't know months now of teasers, one of the things that I saw from like a lot of people was it's like, oh, this ain't even cool anymore. I'm just ready to see them and dragging this out too long, blah, 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 blah. And I'm gonna be fucking real. I've enjoyed every goddamn minute of this, like, build-up and teaser. They could have gone even longer, and I would have been completely fine with it.
Yeah, no, they could have kept going. It would have been absolutely fine.
We finally had the debut of the Wyatt Sick6. I was expecting a, like, video. I was expecting, like, a video package type deal, but no. That's not what we got. We got way more of the video package.
Yeah, it got weird, man. Really fucking weird.
So like basically everybody backstage died. Chad Gable got shot in the head allegedly.
Chad Gable looked like he took a good 9mm straight to the dome.
Yeah, his wound, like the way they did his wound, it just straight up looked like he got shot in the head for real.
He said he got bludgeoned later. Well, we'll go over that, but like, that was perfectly circular, like a bullet would. Like, yeah, am I wrong here about that?
It looked just like a bullet would.
Yeah, it looked like he took a 9mm straight to the right temple and expired right there on the floor of that arena.
It doesn't matter what I expected. Like, they absolutely blew any expectation I could have had, like, way out of the water. It was the way they presented all of them was incredibly good.
Right. No, it was like, it was everything I could have, like, asked for that, and what I did ask for it, which was make it creepy. Go as far as you can with it. Go as far as you can.
Including
make
murder.
It as creepy as... Yeah, murder was fine with me. Make it mean something. Make it interesting. And it was fucking interesting. They went really fucking far.
Oh, it was
incredible. So good.
Incredible.
So good.
There was like a ringside or whatever, like a fan in the crowd, like by the barricade, like filming the debut.
Oh.
I just noticed also they didn't go through the door; they went around the door. I didn't even think about that.
The only one that went through the door was Abby.
Oh yeah, that's right. She crawled out from the door.
She opened the door.
Yeah. It's kind of like, I will say it's kind of weird, like knowing who they are. Just like, like looking like
so much perfect.
Just look at Dexter Lumis. Just knowing that that's him wearing that fucking mask is like so funny to me.
It's wild, but also seeing him now with like a full like
beard and whatnot.
Yeah, that's weird. And then Joe Gacy, that was a ball part. Yeah, that was automatically.
Oh, that was such a good idea.
So perfect. Give him Joe Gacy, and then bringing back Eric Rowan.
Yeah.
How are you not gonna do that when the dude is just there and he got released for no reason? He's a heavy. He doesn't have to talk all the time.
Yeah.
He's there. He's over in the ring. He does stuff. Why did we get rid of him in the first place? And then, well, Nikki Cross needed something different.
Nikki Cross, I think out of all of them, she is my favorite. The way that she crawled out there and like was presented in that fucking mask. Like, look at her, like, terrifying.
Awful. Her mask is especially awful.
And like that fucking.
All of them kind of look interesting. I mean, Joe Gacy does look like he's Huskus now, obviously. He looks definitely like a kid in the crowd at a Slipknot concert circa 99. Well, that looks like a theme park from hell.
the new Uncle Howdy mask where it's just the top half so you can see his like mouth and whatnot.
Oh yeah,
is
that's perfect.
so much
That's
better.
fantastic.
I love it.
What is the buzzard's name?
I don't remember.
Is it Waylon? Yes, Waylon, because that's where he got the character from. Is the Waylon? I can't remember his name, but yeah, Waylon the buzzard. I think that definitely looks like the. Do you remember when they started marketing the chicken fries at Burger King?
Yeah.
And they had the band Cock Rock. That was just a
remember.
rip-off of Slipknot. That's it. I told you. This was to market fucking chicken fries to the world.
I don't remember this. I don't think.
This is a fun. There you go. There you go. They were all dressed like chickens.
That's wild.
There's your buzzard.
They do look very similar to the Wyatt Sick6.
Yeah, there you go. There's Wyatt Sick6. Wait until they play the actual song.
Look at that. Like it kind of does. It kind of has some resemblance
I'm
there.
telling you, that's the first thing I thought is, wait, Burger King's bringing back chicken fries? They literally murdered the entire roster of Raw, and I couldn't have been happier. And then the next week, everybody acted like nothing happened. Like nobody was dead. Like Chad Gable didn't have a fucking bullet wound in his face
Well, I mean,
that we saw on television.
realistically, I don't think that was the plan to make people believe that they shot Chad Gable.
No
it
one
definitely
looked
looks
at
like
that.
it.
That looks like you got shot in the head, Chad. Maybe we should do something different. Maybe a bruise to get over the fact that you got hit with a hammer.
One thing
Maybe something different.
One thing I do love about that is before all of that happened, is when Drew McIntyre said he quit, and they did the whole thing that like the cameraman followed him backstage.
Yeah, yeah.
They filmed the whole
was cool.
backstage area, and he talked Triple H right there, and then stormed off. So you got to see the full backstage area before they came in and murdered everybody. So they gave the actual illusion that it literally just fucking happened. Like it was so good.
Like it happened while Abby was crawling out.
Yeah.
Everything was happening in the background.
The way like it's little details like that is shit that is
That
like
was-
it's so new. Like that's kind of shit you didn't get. You
now,
know.
funny thing about that is people have been giving out, and I understand what they're saying, is that they're doing a little too much with the tracking shots. They're doing they're relying on that
they probably
a little
are
too
doing
much.
them a little too often, but
Now, that being said, that overusing it in that aspect where you're setting up the fact that everything was normal, and then when you
Mhm.
use it again, everything is completely different.
that was like
Fantastic.
it's one of those
Or
things
using
like
it for effect every once in a while, like when Triple H is welcoming somebody out or talking to somebody,
Mhm.
or something happens in the back. Like, you can't use it all the time when something happens in the back because that's just not realistic. If
Right.
there's a reason for them to follow somebody all the way because you're trying to find them, they're talking to somebody because they got, attacked and they're trying to make it to the ring, or there's a brawl before the fucking match happens that we're following through the back, fine. But like, don't do it too much. But that was such a good use of doing it twice in a row that
Yeah.
you're like, oh, well, maybe just do it more.
it's
I
one
don't
of
give
those.
a shit. Whatever,
It
just keep
also
going.
didn't make it
See where it
feel
goes.
like it was like a rushed thing. It's
No,
very
that-
clear
that-
doing something like that,
Yeah.
but that was intentional. Like they had
Yeah, like-
planned this from the get-go.
All of this was to make a point, and that was really cool.
We fast forward a week to yesterday's Raw.
Yep.
I think the big thing, well, me and pretty much everybody else was like, what are they gonna do with Chad? Like they literally
Yeah, how
just
do you do that?
basically
What do
killed
you-
him backstage. So
Yeah,
how do
he's a
you do it?
tech guy.
So when they announced that he was medically cleared to compete, I was like, I don't know about that, but I do think everything did turn out all right on Raw. I would have preferred him at least be maybe like off TV for a week before they did what they did on Raw, but I do think what they did worked well.
Yes. I don't know. I kind of get what you're saying, but at the same time, to get over the fact that he wasn't shot, maybe don't let him off. Maybe get over the fact that this was just like, that's why everyone's back, is basically everybody just kind of got beat up, like a
Yeah.
really bad match. So normally people would be back in a week anyways.
Yeah. and
Okay, we can put that over that everybody they just did
We've-
enough to make a statement. fine.
It feels
that
like,
makes...
yeah, it feels like the whole thing was like with Chad Gable specifically, because that was obviously the focus in the last week's thing as well. It feels like what they're doing is taking out the bullies of the roster. They're going around taking out the bad guys. Fast forward to this week, Chad Gable does compete. He's got a bandage on his head, a small one. I feel like they should have went like full Goofy with it. They should give him like the full like bandaged head.
Oh no, he
wrap.
should have full bandage head, and it should have been a big ass thing. And I know that what it was is he's like, I got bludgeoned in the head, and it's like, yeah, they should have done a bigger job of like making it look like, oh, I don't know, the dude with the rabbit mask and the giant fucking hammer is what hit you. That would have made it more believable. It's like, oh, well, he got hit with the hammer. Okay. Not like he got shot in the head with a fucking Glock is what it looked like. I don't know, man.
But they, what I love what they ended up doing with Chad was they used the Wyatt Sick stuff to also like move two different storylines like forward, where it's like he approaches the Alpha Academy and like, I need your help. I know I've been not so great a couple times, and I'm like, yeah, a couple times, sure, whatever you say, Chad. And they're all like, we're glad you're okay, but no, we can't be with you anymore, be around you or whatever. And then we pan over to one of the most, I cannot wait for this to happen. Pan over once again to him talking to the Creed brothers. Like we're on the cusp. We're
and
so
it was
close.
Lyra Valkyrie?
No, I forget what is her name. I forget her name.
But yeah, it's the Creed brothers and what's her name?
Yeah.
The new like,
so
basically it's new Alpha Academy.
Yeah, so we're getting to the point where they're basically setting up a new team angle with Chad Gable and the Creed brothers.
Fucking go.
Like,
let's fucking
that is
go.
going to be so good.
Let's fucking go.
And it'll be so great for the Creed brothers because they're both really good, but they have the charisma of a cardboard box.
Yeah, but I think that's part of their charisma is the cardboard box gimmick. Just put them with somebody that can talk. That works.
And Chad will fucking do it.
That one chick, she can kind of talk a little bit.
Yeah.
She's really good. I can't remember her name right off the top of my head.
I can't remember her name either.
Pissing me off either. And I'm glad that they're up there and going. If they're gonna do like a team angle kind of thing, he's already getting the "you suck" chance.
Yeah, he's already getting the chance. So it's like we're already halfway there. While all that was going on, Nikki Cross and her creepy ass self comes out and delivers Michael Cole a random box that looked like it fell off a truck and then was run over.
And then was dragged into the woods. Something disgusting placed inside of it, and then dragged back out of the woods.
I was fully convinced that it was the hand of Pat McAfee since he wasn't at Raw, but that was not the case.
You say that, but I think it would have been more disgusting and more like really fucked up for it being Pat if you took his foot, because he was a kicker.
Pat McAfee's foot.
He was a kicker.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that.
It's a foot of Pat McAfee. Oh my god.
Man, that would be funny watching Pat McAfee selling no foot for the rest of his life.
Oh, come on. There's got to be like, I got a good prosthetic, Cole. Shut up.
But finally, after a while, he opens the box. Inside the box is a videotape, and so I'm fully expecting like some more just creepy ass, like weird video shit like we've been getting.
It was, but on a different level.
Well, a good portion of it was just straight up creepy, and then we got a segment where Uncle Howdy was talking to Bo Dallas, like he was having a conversation like with himself, and
it's a very Bray thing to do.
Yes, it was really good.
Fantastic.
It was really good, and
excuse me. The
promo wasn't like super creepy and like weird and strange. It was absolutely soul crushingly sad.
Yeah, it was heart wrenching as well.
Oh my god, it was so fucking depressing.
Destroyed me.
That was rough. It was
not okay.
So good. It was so good.
It wasn't even like it was just sad for the sake of sad. It did something for the character. It did something for Bo. It did something for Bray.
Yeah.
It did something for everyone. It was for a reason, and it hit so much harder because it had a reason and an impact and a point behind it. It was so good.
Yeah, I can't play the video because WWE hates me, but I've got.
They hate everybody, to be quite fair.
I've got this quote here. They wanted to forget about me. They wanted to forget about all of us. We made them remember. We made them all remember. And then he replies to himself, "Yes, we did." And
yes, we did.
Just fucking goosebumps.
I mean, he's kind of done stuff that got him over, and Bo's good.
Yeah, that was one thing that always stands out in my brain when I think of Bo Dallas is an interview that with Sami Zayn. Somebody was interviewing Sami Zayn. I don't remember what year it was. I think it was somewhat like recently, within the last like 5 years or something.
Last couple of years. So,
yeah,
yeah.
He was like,
"Who's the most underrated performer in the WWE today?"
Oh, tough to say. I've been giving this answer for years, and it's kind of hard to say now because he's not really been on television, but I do believe he's still kind of under contract. But I've always thought Bo Dallas.
He's good in the ring. Like every time I saw him in the ring, like the thing about it is, I wasn't watching when he was like really over.
No,
like when it was like the believer thing or I believe, like that thing, that was cool. Apparently that got over a little bit, like kind of forced down your throat over, but it worked.
From the documentary that he talks about, because like when Bo Dallas and then Husky Harris, right? Then they're like, well, this Husky Harris shit ain't working. They sent Bray back to developmental, the FCW.
Might have been FCW. If not, it was OVW.
It was FCW, and then that was when he started getting more creative, having a little bit more freedom to do whatever. Right. And he started the freaking like cultist Bayou, whatever you want to call it, gimmick.
Such a good
and
gimmick.
That took off in FCW. Then they brought over to NXT, and it took off in NXT. And the goal of them always was to like work together, like do something together. But during that time, like when he was doing main roster shit, they had the whole like Wyatt family going, but Bo Dallas had like a title run going on in NXT, and he had his own thing going on, so it never lined up. That was always their goal. Like they wanted to work together, and then they finally got the moment where they finally were getting to do it, and then he passed, which makes it even more fucking sad.
Yeah, that's the thing. They're both very. You can tell that they're both very creative when it comes to like the ideas, obviously, because I've even heard like him talking to Bo about stuff when he was coming up with things.
Yeah.
So like a lot of the stuff that was Bray was also coming through Bo because they talked to each other about it. What am I gonna do with this? I don't know. Do this.
One thing I want to show. I've got it on the screen right now. Is apparently, after the Wyatt Sick6 went around and killed everybody backstage, they all went to Whataburger and took a photo with fans.
Well, I mean, if you're driving by a Whataburger and you just murdered a bunch of people, chances are you're hungry. What better place to stop than Whataburger? I mean, have you had the jalapeno ketchup? The jalapeno ketchup alone is enough to make you stop after a mass murder. Just saying. That's an interesting thing after they just bludgeoned people and there's still paint on Nikki's elbow.
It's just,
I just noticed
that.
I
know. What I just love this picture because it's just like, look at these dudes. They look like just such nice, friendly people, all of them.
Except for Dexter Lumis. He always looks like the scariest fucking human.
But even him, he kind of has like a smirk on his face almost. Like it's with his eyes.
No.
He doesn't have the creepy Dexter Lumis eyes that he normally has.
He doesn't have full open Dexter Lumis. Apparently, Nikki is the sweetest human being in the entire world. From everybody's,
you would never imagine that was her in the fucking mask.
Never imagine that. Never imagine it from her psychotic, like Nikki wants to play gimmick, or even when she was the fucking uppity fucking
The superhero.
superhero. Oh, that was so bad.
That was
Nikki,
so
I
unfortunate.
know that was your idea.
Well, she won the
I know
goddamn
that
belt
was-
with that gimmick, so I guess there's
I know
that.
that was your. I know, but that doesn't mean shit in the WWE, and you fucking know it.
Especially during that time period. But one final thing that was like a little subtle thing, which what is the quote every what is the quote everybody always says on Twitter? It's like I don't know, like nothing is ever a coincidence or whatever when it comes to the graphics on the WWE trucks. Because they always they get the WWE truck that has somebody on it that's relevant to what's happening backstage, type deal.
When what's his name? Braun Breaker launched Ricochet into the side of the truck and he fell all fucked up.
Yeah.
Did you see who was on the side of the truck?
It was Ric Flair.
That he threw him into. It was Ric Flair, and I'm pretty sure somewhere around there was Rey Mysterio, and the reason that they picked them is because of WCW, the NWO thing, where the NWO backstage were beating everybody up, and Kevin Nash lawn darted fucking Rey Mysterio into the side of a mobile home. It was the fucking best.
So we had another one of those moments on Raw where Chad Gable was leaving and he was being escorted out by security and whatnot. And
was that him leaving or coming in?
He was either leaving or coming in. He's probably coming in, honestly.
That was coming in.
And the truck just so conveniently has a picture of Alexa Bliss on it, but not just any picture of Alexa Bliss. The old, creepy fucking swing ass Alexa Bliss.
Playhouse Alexa Bliss.
The Playhouse Alexa Bliss. So it's why would of all the trucks that they could have had, they just so happen to have a truck that has an outdated version of Alexa Bliss on the side of it. It's not a coincidence. There's just no way. There's no way.
Because I do know that she likes doing the dark
shit.
Stuff.
I will say one of my favorite things that were happening during that era was what Alexa Bliss was doing. So much of what WWE had going on was so boring and ass, but I really loved the Alexa Bliss segments with the doll and the swing.
Yeah, I do like dark Alexa Bliss more than anything, because I like when she finally got rid of the fucking doll. That was so nice.
I don't care about the doll so much. I liked the vibe and the swing and that shit. The doll's whatever.
That was weird to me. I don't know. Just the doll thing is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
Get rid of that with the teeth. No, thank you.
the teeth that were skulls.
Yeah, that one. No gracias. No.
All right. Anyways, I think that's gonna wrap this up for today. So.
Yes.
If you've not liked the video, you should do that. Be sure to subscribe if you've not done that. Post a comment down below. Check out all the social links in the description. Anyways,
yes, sir.
We'll catch you next time. Peace out, everyone. Take it easy. Have a good one. And bye.
Okay, bye.